Folks, today we are going to see behind the curtain once again at the sidebars that Auntie Bev worked so hard and failed miserably at trying to keep the public ear and eye away from it. And now, thanks to the trial channel, we have them and we are going to analyze them. It's a little bit AI enhanced, so just keep in mind when you are watching it. But folks, buckle up. Today is going to be fun.
It doesn't say anything new.
You must follow the law.
He was present, so I think he can answer whether or not it happened or not.
Have you had any conversation with the prosecutor?
I could say the same thing by taking Amber Heard as a client.
Mentative, don't you think?
Oh, hardly.
Are you able to estimate of those 1,000 different types of cases dealing with accident reconstruction?
We're not with the jury present. That was a step.
Have you reached a verdict?
We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Buckle Up. It's the Law with attorney Larry Forman. I am here with Birdie. Not Birdie, but Birdie. Liberty. Get it? Birdie, the eagle, Birdie, the Anyway, so you guys have named him. He is now Birdie, the Liberty Eagle, and I love him very, very much. Top 1% of the nation, eagle of attorneys, yada, yada, whatever. Thank you all for pitching in your comments below. Now, and thank you to everybody else who suggested other suggestions that, you know, didn't make the cut because yours sucked. No, I'm just kidding. They were good. They're just not as good as Birdie because it kind of rhymes with Birdie. Anyway, so today we are going to continue with the sidebars in the Karen Read trial. Folks, it's about to get messy and much messier. Don't let me stop you. Let's get into it.
Beverly Canoni, Justice of the Superior Court, holding in Dedham within and for the County of Norfolk.
Shout out to the trial channel for all this hard work, by the way. They have done an immense job doing this. Also, somebody complained in the comments that, Larry, you cut off Auntie Bev. I didn't do that, by the way. That was the cameraman at the trial in May 8th of 2024 in the first Karen Read trial. He intentionally cut it off so that people couldn't like read lips or whatever. That's why he moved his camera and panned it away from Bev anytime they would do the sidebar. So that's, again, not me, it's them. All right? Okay.
Your next witness, Mr. Lally?
Yes, Your Honor. Call Mr. Michael Camerano to the stand. Your Honor, if I may, while the witness is coming in, may we approach this
Sure.
procedural thing?
With this witness, what I intend to do, and I just wanted to check with the court as to how you wanted me to do this.
Okay.
So, a couple of different exhibits that I intend to introduce through him. The first would be essentially the text or chat long history of John O'Keefe, of which he's a participant in at least one of those conversations.
Okay.
So I would be looking to introduce that as an exhibit as well as the copy's video. And there is an additional ring video, which is entirely my fault, but it didn't make it onto what's been marked as an exhibit. Essentially, it's number 148 from our count. It's when he leaves. Mr. Camerano moves his vehicle in the top right of the driveway, and Mr. O'Keefe then moves his vehicle over to the top left of the driveway. But it's not on what's marked as Exhibit 5. I have a separate disc with the video on it. I just need to mark it as an exhibit as well. So my question is, do you want me to, I know you want to see videos and things of that nature. Do you want me to just mark it as an exhibit as I go? Or do you want me to approach each time?
You've seen the exhibit? Who is doing this?
I am.
Okay, so there is no question that it's coming into evidence?
No.
So you can play it. How long is it?
So I'm only playing just a few different portions. I might play different portions of different witnesses. But for Mr. Camerano's purposes, it's really just a couple-minute clip here, a couple-minute clip there.
All right. Do you intend to use it as well?
I do.
Okay.
One additional question, Your Honor, just for guidance. I noticed during Mr. Lally's direct of this past witness, he displayed multiple videos onto the screen without first asking permission of the court. The court had...
He asked for permission yesterday to do that.
Yeah, but that was yesterday. You're telling me that you want us to have to ask for permission anytime we do something in the moment. We did the same thing. We asked you for permission yesterday and you said yes, and now we're putting stuff up and you're objecting to it or whatever you're doing, Bev. So hypocritical. And he's calling her out. Good for him. Wow.
Yes. But my understanding was that we had to ask permission every time we wanted to put something on.
Every time we have to put something on. Those were your words, Bevy.
Mr. Jackson yesterday was looking to display exhibits which were already in evidence, and the court berated us for that.
Yes. Well, because you just went back and said, put on the this, put on the screen that.
In fact, that's what Mr. Lally just did. And I'm not quibbling, Your Honor. I'm just asking, what are the rules? That's all.
Well, he at least stops it with, Miss Gilman, could you play? But I thought you asked, let me know in advance if you intend to use them.
I'm going to ask permission every single time.
Okay, then you'll ask permission every time too.
I'm not even asking that he do it.
No.
But you...
So yesterday it was just sort of out of the blue, put up number 24, put up number 26, like that.
Your Honor, I did yesterday exactly what Mr. Lally did today, and I think it's compliant. However, given the court's upgrading of me yesterday, I am going to ask permission every single time.
And you'll have to do it.
I understand.
Oh my God. The fact that Lally didn't do it today and Jackson got carved out by Lally's exact conduct yesterday shows once again she's playing favorites. Oh, it's so nasty. So nasty. And I know a lot of you in the comments are like, Larry, is there nothing that can be done? Is there no other authority hanging over this judge that gets to oversee this judge? Of course there is. Either the CJA or some other entity, the justice department essentially that overlooks these judges. But here's the thing. Somebody has to take action, which I'm sure thousands of people have done by now. I've received your letters. I know what you guys are writing to these, organizations. It's just she knows just how to bend the law just enough without it totally snapping in half where she gets in trouble. And that's why she's been able to skate by for so long. So luckily she's not long for the bench. She only has a couple of years before she retires. And after that, no more Cannoni. I remember this guy.
When following to the next day, about what time is it that you wake up on the 29th?
5:36 a.m.
And what was it that woke you up, if you know?
Phones ringing.
And how many phones do you have?
2.
And essentially one personal, one work, is that correct?
Correct.
Were both phones ringing or one of the other?
One phone at that time.
Was that your work or your personal?
My personal phone.
And get up, you hear that, you look at your phone, what, if anything, do you see on the screen?
I see a lot of missed calls, a bunch of missed calls from Karen, and missed calls from my wife's work.
And when you say missed calls, we're talking about one call, several calls?
Several calls.
Any voicemails that you recall associated with those calls?
I don't recall.
And so based on sort of making that observation of the missed calls, what do you do with that?
I pick up the phone and call my wife.
And what, if anything, did you learn from your wife about that?
My wife said to me that John...
Okay, sustained.
John, may we approach?
Okay.
Hearsay.
So, Your Honor, I'm not seeking this for the truth of the matter asserted, but essentially the impact on Mr. Camerano. So he gets a call from his wife, which would have been the case that she got a call from the defendant, didn't know where John was. So based on that, he was then directed by his wife to go to Meadows Ave and pick up John's niece. His wife, who is the very next witness, will testify to that as well. So I don't know what the harm is as far as him summarizing in general why he went to one Meadows Ave particularly.
Based on that, I don't have any objection.
Okay.
So, Mr. Camerano, you call your wife, and what, if anything, is it in general that she tells you?
She tells me that John didn't come home last night.
And she's still at work at this point, is that correct?
Correct.
Did she indicate to you how she came to find that out?
She said she's received phone calls from
whom?
Karen.
From Karen. And then based on that, you have a conversation with your wife about John's niece and nephew, is that right?
Yes, my wife says to me, go get Kaylee. Kaylee is home.
So at that time, your wife tells you that Kaylee is home in Meadows Ave by herself.
Yes.
And so based on that information, what is it that you do next?
I realize that Kaylee's home alone, so I throw some clothes on, go out to the car, clean the car off real quick, and get in the car and go.
Now, Ms. Camerano, you had mentioned in your testimony that you had some phone calls or conversations with Ms. Reed on the morning of January 29th, correct?
Correct.
May I approach again, Your Honor?
Yes.
Showing you another document there. I ask that you look at that and look up when you're finished.
Yeah.
And that document, do those seem to reflect the calls that you have between yourself and the defendant, Ms. Reed, on that morning of the 29th?
Yeah.
Objection, Your Honor. May we approach briefly?
Sure. Could I please see that?
I just want to know what this is before I hear your objection. What is this?
Sure. So this is a portion of the extraction report of the defendant's phone, and these essentially are the phone calls.
And by the way, I may have already done this in this video. I can't remember. I want to say I haven't. I want to remind everybody, this is AI enhanced, okay? What you're hearing is not their natural voices because this is all transcript. Otherwise, we'd be sitting here reading transcripts. The trial channel has created voices that sound very similar to them. That's why you're wondering, like, why do they sound so weird? Because it is enhanced by AI. It's transcript fed into AI, made them sound like the actual players, Lally, Yannetti, Cannoni, etc. Have you been injured in an accident? Have you been hurt by a doctor? Have you suffered from a dog bite? Have you lost a loved one due to someone else's negligence? Call us, 1-844-774-HURT. Get a trial lawyer to get you the most money you deserve.
So what I did is sort of parse out on the extraction report just the phone calls between the defendant and Mrs. Camerano from the 29th.
I have no objection to the fact of the phone calls. I just think she's the wrong witness. She's never seen a Celebrite extraction before. I just don't think that this can be used unless it refreshes her recollection that she independently relied on.
Has she seen this before?
Yes.
So my guess is now she will recognize that.
I think you may be right. Okay.
Okay? So we'll try that.
And so, Ms. Camerano, from that document, does that seem to be the phone calls and the timing of the phone calls between yourself and Ms. Reed that morning?
Okay. Yes.
May I approach again, Your Honor?
Yes.
I want to introduce in a minute the next exhibit.
Any objection, Mr. Jackson?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
I don't arrange for the pickups, and it's usually my wife does that, so I can't tell you exactly what it was for.
No, I understand. I'm just getting the fact that you were present when these pickups occurred.
Yes.
And that would be because Karen was sort of shuttling, either Kaylee or Patrick to events, correct?
Correct.
And when there was an intersection specifically with regard to Patrick and your son, she would take both of them, correct?
Yes.
And from your observations of Karen Reed during that 1 or 2 years that you had come into contact with her, the contact you had was mainly surrounding what happened with the kids, correct?
Yeah, I would say mainly.
And she appeared to be responsive, correct?
Objection, Your Honor.
The objection sustained. Ask it differently, Mr. Yannetti.
Sure. She appeared to be caring toward the kids, did she not?
Objection.
Overruled.
May we approach?
Okay. Jurors, feel free to stand up and stretch.
She appeared to be caring towards the kids. It's an observation.
So Your Honor, with this witness and with another witness, I'm certainly permissive when it comes to certain background general things. But there is a specific motion in limine as to character evidence. And I think what we are getting here is a little bit closer to that, particularly as it becomes repetitive with every single witness that
He doesn't seem to have had much contact with her, and you're sort of towards the end of what you've got with this, right?
Oh, yeah. I don't have much left at all. Like 1 or 2 questions in this area, and that's it.
To sort of offset any objection?
Yeah. I mean, I was going to end with the fact that, she acted in a caring way in terms of these pickups. And it was sort of motherly duties that a mother would typically do, and that's it.
Okay. It may open the door to character evidence. Okay? We'll see. If you think it does, you have to come to sidebar.
And the other, just as far as character goes, there was this motion in limine as far as a prohibition on good character.
I am not offering this as character evidence. I am offering it as evidence of the relationship that Karen had with John and her family. The allegation has been that things were blowing up and, these types of acts do, defend her against that.
I think you've already got that. If that's your purpose, I think it's already been introduced.
Could the court instruct the witness to answer that one question, whether she was caring towards the kids? If the answer is yes, I end.
Whether she appeared to be, not whether she was, but she appeared to be.
Yes.
Sure.
That's fine. Yes.
I'm going to let that in. And that's
the right call, because otherwise it's not character evidence. It's just observational evidence. Remember, 901 of the criminal rules in every state of the union allows you to elicit information from a lay witness, what they can see, hear, smell, touch, etc. You can't be like, well, do you think this is what they thought? Hypothetically, that would be inadmissible. Did she appear to be caring is something that they can observe and testify to. That objection by Lally made no sense, but whatever.
the end of the inquiry.
That's fine. Thank you.
Just one question for you, just to sort of alter the last question that I asked you. From your read on this, it appeared to you as though Karen was caring for the kids and caring about them, correct?
Correct.
Nothing.
Okay. Any follow-up, Mr. Lally?
Briefly, just one question, sir. As far as your observations of Ms. Reed in regard to Mr. O'Keefe and in regard to the children, that was what you observed, correct?
That's right.
And so as far as what, if anything, went on behind closed doors or in their relationship, you weren't really privy to that?
I was not.
Okay. Nothing further.
All right, Mr. Roberts, you are all set, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Your next witness, Mr. Lally?
Good afternoon, Mr. Kolakifis.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Kolakifis, you and I have never actually met.
We have not.
We've never had a conversation.
Have not.
We've certainly never had an interview about this case.
Have not.
So this is our first time visiting about this situation.
Yes.
When did you say you first met Ms. Reed?
I believe it was towards the end of the summer of 2020.
Okay. And that was over an event at Keith's house?
I don't know if it was John's niece's birthday party or so, but I was dropping my daughter off at John's house.
Okay. That sort of dovetails into my next question. You and your wife and y'all's kids did have some sort of relationship with Mr. O'Keefe, Ms. Reed, and Mr. O'Keefe's niece and nephew.
Yes.
In other words, the kids got along well.
Yes, absolutely. And they still friends.
As the adults, you wanted to make sure that you could facilitate play dates, get-togethers, things of that nature for the children.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, do you remember a situation in which Ms. Reed had arranged a relatively elaborate 13th birthday party for Mr. O'Keefe's niece, a scavenger hunt of some sorts?
Objection.
I'm going to see counsel at sidebar for this, please.
And so, 13th birthday. It would be right around the same timing, right?
Correct.
What is the objection?
I don't know that what. She was 14 at the time. So that would have been probably at least a year before.
Okay. What's the nature of the objection?
I just don't know how any of this is relevant or how it isn't sort of backdoor character evidence as it relates to the defendant.
Where are you going with that?
Just along that question, how it's a deeper understanding of the nature of the relationship and how Mr. Kolakithis knows Miss Reed and knows Mr. O'Keefe and how they connected. He indicated on direct examination, as couples, we didn't do all that much together. I want to make sure that the jurors understand that he did have a connection with Mr. O'Keefe and Miss Reed as a couple. He visited the kids, and this was sort of a bigger event in their lives. This is the only question I'll be asking about it.
Okay, so I'll let you have this question.
Thank you.
With regard to the last question I asked, you recall an event in which Ms. Reed had organized a relatively elaborate 13th birthday party for Mr. O'Keefe's niece, correct?
Yes.
And one of your children was actually invited to that.
Yes.
Did you actually go and accompany your child at the 13th birthday party?
I did not.
Did your wife?
I don't know. She generally keeps a social calendar for the kids, but I don't know if she did.
So it could have been a situation, Mr. Kolakithis, in which you just dropped the child off and
Yes, correct.
enjoyed the birthday party.
Correct.
Okay, fair enough. But you had no problems or no qualms with Miss Reed, Mr. O'Keefe being caretakers over your children?
Absolutely not.
I want to draw your attention to the late night hours of January 28th going into the early morning hours of January 29th, if I could. Specifically at the Waterfall. Did you get to the Waterfall before Mr. O'Keefe and Ms. Reed got there?
Yes, I did.
How long before?
So I got there around 9 and they got there shortly before 11. So 2 hours.
While at the Waterfall, did you have an opportunity to speak with Ms. Reed or Mr. O'Keefe just in normal conversation?
Yes, I did.
You engaged both of them, as a matter of fact, didn't you?
Yes.
Was there a time in which Ms. Reed was actually singing John's praises that night?
Yes, I did.
What a great dad he was.
Yep.
Objection, move to strike.
I'm going to strike that. Next question.
At
Why?
any point, did you have an opportunity to hear Mr. O'Keefe talk about Ms. Reed and the nature of their relationship or any events surrounding their relationship?
Objection.
I'm going to allow that.
I had heard that they were planning vacations in the future.
Were you aware of the time frame of those vacations in the future? Next week, next month, next year?
Objection, Your Honor. May we approach?
This is highly relevant stuff. This is extremely relevant stuff because it goes to show the state of mind of Karen and John. Why would she hit him with her car if they had plans to go on vacation just because she's a little angry and a little drunk? It makes no sense. Let me kill the bastard, even though I love his kids and I love him and I want to go on vacation with him and his kids or whatever without him. Makes no sense, right? This is what Jackson's trying to elicit, and Lally doesn't like that because it hurts his theory of the case that Karen Reed is guilty as sin of her conduct.
Your Honor, I'd move to strike any of this testimony as I don't believe this witness is testifying from him overhearing. So when he was asked, "What have you heard of Mr. O'Keefe?" his answer is essentially non-responsive in the sense that he was stating, I had heard that. There's no indication as to he had heard it from Mr. O'Keefe or who he had heard it from, or even, I don't know if we are talking about the same evening or if this is something that he had heard subsequent. I'm not aware of any conversation that night about vacations with anybody and this witness.
What do you say?
I was asking the question of what Mr. O'Keefe had told him that evening, and that's what I was focused on. That was his answer. I certainly can follow up with one question. Was that directly from Mr. O'Keefe on this night or otherwise?
This is just pure hearsay. The initial one was the nature of the relationship. So let's move on. It's excluded.
There was nothing eventful at the bar, while you were at the bar with Mr. O'Keefe and Ms. Reed, that comes to mind in terms of any kind of tension or fight that night?
Tension or fight? Absolutely not.
No argument that was audible to you?
Absolutely not.
You didn't see any body language between the two of them that would suggest an argument or a fight or tension?
In fact, I noticed the opposite.
Describe that.
They were affectionate toward each other, loving toward each other, and to the point where my wife even made a comment, why are you not like that with me?
You had something to live up to.
Yes, that's why I needed the brownie points earlier.
I want to shift gears for a second and pinpoint another time at the bar. Was there a time at the bar where you noticed any individuals with their fists up and engaged in some sort of conduct that looks a little like this?
No, I didn't observe that.
You don't recall that?
No.
He's referring to Brian Higgins and Brian Albert taking the fighting stance that will come out later.
With one another?
Not that I saw.
Wrestling?
Not that I saw.
Okay. I'd like, if I could, Mr. Kolakidis, with the court's permission, refer to Exhibit 53.
Okay.
There are several, Your Honor, so the court,
So if you're going to talk about it, talk at sidebar. Okay, so
this is the clip ending in 5959, because there's several clips in 53. We can have that up. With the court's permission, I'd like to display this to the jury at runtime 8:30, 8 minutes and 30 seconds.
all right, so what exhibit is this?
This is 53, and it's clip ending in 5959. May I play this for the jury?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm going to play about 10 seconds, Mr. Kolakithis, and then stop it and ask you a couple of questions.
Sure.
Okay, if we could pause. I just wanted to play a couple of seconds to see if you recognize any of what's displayed in this video.
Yes, I do.
How do you recognize it?
How do I I was there that night.
I guess my question is, do you recognize this as being a surveillance video from the 28th going into the morning of the 29th?
Yes, I do.
Okay. If I could draw your attention to the individuals at the top, can you name the folks that we're seeing and describe what they're wearing for the jurors so we have an understanding of who we're looking at?
Okay. That's me in the white and black. That's Matt to my right. A little hard of seeing, but I think that's John right there. And I thought I saw Karen earlier right in this area while you were displaying the video.
And what about the two gentlemen with their backs to us?
I know I met them that evening, but I can't tell from behind like this.
Understood. With the court's permission, could we just go ahead and play this through? I'd like to run it through to about the runtime of 11:08, but I'll ask that the video be paused momentarily.
11:08, so just one more second.
Runtime, sorry. Runtime 11:08, so probably about 4 minutes.
Okay.
3 minutes, 4 minutes. May I?
Yes.
Thank you. Having seen this run forward just a little bit, do you see an individual here with long hair?
So
It's
you're
hard for me.
squinting. Are you having difficulty?
Yes,
seeing
I
this?
am having difficulty. Could you blow it up a bit or
I don't think so. Our technology is good, but I'm getting a shake of the head.
my eyes are not good. I can tell you that.
Let's just go ahead and play it forward with the court's permission.
All right, but if you can't see it, I don't want you to guess.
So this, are you talking right here?
Yes.
That looks like Karen.
Okay. May we play it forward, Your Honor?
Yes.
Pause it. I ask you to draw your attention to the two gentlemen in the foreground, right there. Can you describe what they're doing?
It looks like they're in a stance that you described earlier with fists up.
Objection, Your Honor. May we approach?
Okay, so I'm sustaining that objection, but come on up.
What did you want
I mean,
to...
in Lally's defense, this is probably the wrong witness. If he doesn't know these people, doesn't even know their names, he just kind of saw them there. Jackson asked him, do you remember seeing anybody like in a fighting stance? He's like, no. Okay, well, let me play it for you. Does this refresh your recollection? This is what he should be asking. He kind of deviated, and Lally's bringing him back on track. So, okay, we'll give him that one.
Approach for.
Your Honor, essentially what counsel has asked whether or not he saw this or observed this that night, he answered that he did not. So then showing the video, something that he doesn't recall seeing or recognizing and essentially having to narrate what he observes on the screen is inappropriate. It's not.
He can barely see. He's squinting at it. He doesn't know who they are. The video speaks for itself. I'm not letting this witness narrate this.
I'm not asking to narrate it. I'm asking to look at, see if I haven't gotten to the point where, and I'm trying to establish the foundation, authenticate for this.
You're asking him what he's seeing. I'm not letting that.
Correct. The next question is, are you in this video and are you staring directly at those two men? I have a good faith belief that he is going to say, yes, I recognize it. I had forgotten that they did this. He literally engages.
Okay, hold on. You can ask him that question. I don't want him narrating that they are in that stance.
Okay. How do you want him to describe?
You can ask him if that's him and if he was looking at somebody. The second part of your question is fine.
Okay.
The law is that he has to be able to assist the jury better than any position that they are in. He said he doesn't see them. This is clear. People can see what these two men are doing. People except for this witness.
Okay.
Another question, and if you're having trouble seeing, just let me know. Do you see the person in the far right?
Yes, I do.
Who's that?
Me.
And what do you appear to be looking at, if anything?
I appear to be looking in that direction.
Okay. Can we go ahead and play this forward? Let's go keep this. Do you recall engaging with the two men in any sort of conversation? The two men, their backs facing to us.
I mean, I can see it. I honestly do not recall it, but
Okay.
yeah.
Do you recall ever being introduced to those two gentlemen?
Yes.
Who are they?
Brian Albert, Brian Higgins.
And which one is which? Left and right?
Left is Albert, right is Higgins.
We're going to play this?
I think this is a good place to stop. Wow, the sidebars again are just so revealing. We didn't really get a whole lot of maybe like juicy stuff this time around, but still we get a little bit more insight into why Lally was objecting, which is really fascinating to know that sometimes he's like, objection, Your Honor, this really hurts my case. I don't really have a reason. And sometimes Jackson's like, hey, objection. Oh, it's just that? Oh, okay, never mind, forget about it. This is trial stuff, folks. I mean, this is what trials are made of. Sometimes you're going to have lots of excitement. Other times you're going to have not so much excitement. So anyway, as always, folks, I hope you all learned something. I hope you all enjoyed it. And don't forget to like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.